Electronics and Communication undergraduate student at National Institute of Technology, Karnataka. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I like playing badminton and swimming, and I love nail art. Something interesting about me would be I've always lived next to the beach. I was born in Florida, brought up in Chennai, and now Suratkal. Now that I've shared something about myself, let's get started with the video. Today's Influx talk is going to be on marketing research. So recently I came across an article on why messaging is the future of market research. The most common way companies receive customer feedback is through surveys sent via email. At the turn of the century, the email survey was a fine solution. Inboxes were flooded and online surveys were a drastic improvement over telephone surveys. Now fast forward 20 years. Almost 75% of the consumers are overwhelmed by email overload. Many people, including myself, go to their inbox with one main purpose, that is to delete their emails and spam before it takes over. More people have embraced the mobile apps and messaging platforms to talk to their friends and family. According to Facebook, 69% of the consumers feel more confident about brands they can reach via messaging. This move to messaging is critical to the future of market research. Now let's move on to the introduction to marketing research. Now, what is it? Marketing research is a systematic collection, analysis, and interpretation of data pertaining to the marketing conditions. It includes all research activities carried on for the management of marketing work. Why is it required? First, it's used to gain a more detailed understanding of the customer's needs. The basic reason for carrying out marketing research is to find out the change in customer behavior. Next, to reduce the risk of product or business failure. People come up with new ideas every day, but not all of them turn out to be a success. Using marketing research, we can reduce the risk to failure and we can help achieve commercial success. Forecast future trends. It can also be used to anticipate the future customer needs. The marketers need to know about the changing trends in market. Objectives. The most important objective of marketing research is to discover a new market for the product. Next is to collect data. No small business can succeed without understanding its customers, its products and services, and the market in general. So collection of data is very important, and this can be done in two ways. One is quantitative and next one is qualitative. Analysis. Marketing research analyzes tastes, preferences, likings, and dislikings of customers. The marketing department should make an analysis of the demand and preference of product from time to time. Now that we've identified, collected, and analyzed data, it's time to use this information. This information can be used to search for new marketing opportunities, to minimize the cost of marketing, to improve the quality of product, etc. So there are 5 main functions of marketing research. First one is description. Marketing research gives full description about the consumers. It describes their age, sex, education, income, etc. It also gives a description about the competitors and the marketing situation. This description can be used to take marketing decisions and solve marketing problems. Evaluation. Marketing research helps to evaluate the company's performance, its production, and marketing policies. It finds out the customer's reaction to the quality of the product, price, packaging, etc. If the consumer's reactions are bad, then the company must change its policies. Explanation. Marketing research gives explanation or answers for all marketing problems. For example, if the sales are falling, it gives an answer in detail to that. And so this gives all the causes or reasons for the problem. It also tells how to solve the problem. Prediction. Marketing research predicts or forecasts the future. So it gives a prediction about the future sales, future marketing opportunities, future risks, etc. It may not always be correct, but however, these can be used by the company to make future plans and policies. Aid in decision making. Marketing research helps the marketing manager to take decisions. It provides all the concerned data, and decision making requires up-to-date and correct data. Next, moving on to the methods by which marketing research can be done. It can be broadly classified into based on questioning and based on observation. So based on questioning is further classified into qualitative and quantitative. So qualitative is generally for a small number of respondents and it's used for exploratory purposes. Example would be in-depth interviews. Quantitative. This, on the other hand, is for a larger group of people and is usually used to draw conclusions and test specific hypotheses. Example, surveys and questionnaires. Now, based on observations, ethnographic studies. By nature, this is qualitative. So here, the researcher observes a social phenomena in their natural setting. So the observation can be done at once or over several time periods. Example would be product use analysis. Experimental techniques. This is quantitative by nature. Here, the researcher creates a quasi-artificial environment and tries to control certain factors, and he manipulates at least one of the variables. Example would be purchase laboratories. Okay, so marketing research is done in 5 steps. The first step is to define the problem. So this is the most important part. In order to do any research and collect data, you have to know what you're trying to learn from the research. In marketing research, defining the problem you need to solve will determine what information you need and how you can get that information. Step 2, developing an approach to the problem. After you've examined all potential causes of the problem and you have those questions to boil down exactly to what you're trying to solve, it's time to build the research plan. Your research plan can be overwhelming to create because it can include any method. Step 3, doing field work or collecting data. In marketing research, most of the data you collect will be quantitative, that's numbers or data, versus qualitative, which is descriptive and observational. Ideally, you have to gather a mix of both the types of data. When collecting data, make sure you ask valid and unbiased questions. You should never ask questions like, you think that we should offer a higher price, correct? So these type of questions are clearly designed to influence the person who responds. Step 4, preparing and analyzing data. Now that you've gathered all the information you need, it's time for the fun part, analyzing data. Although one piece of information or data might jump out at you, it's important to look for trends as opposed to specific pieces of information. Don't try to find patterns based on your assumptions prior to collecting data. Now, the final step, preparing and presenting report. Your research is complete. It's time to present your findings and take action. Start developing your marketing strategies and campaigns. Put your findings to test and get going. The biggest takeaway here is that although this round of research is complete, it's not over. Marketing research has certain limitations. It is a costly affair, it's lengthy and time consuming. It has limited scope and limited practical value. It can't always give 100% accurate results. It provides suggestions and not solutions. Non-availability of reliable data, as customers tend to lie. Keys to successful marketing research. Know what you're talking about. Know your product really well and to whom you're trying to sell in the existing market, because consumers tend to ask you questions and you should be able to answer all of them. Look for answers to specific questions. Have a list of specific questions with you, but do not expect specific answers. Not everything can be found on the internet. It's time to come up with surveys and get on the field and do some research. If you want to learn more on marketing research, you can always refer to videos on YouTube, take up courses on Coursera or Udemy, or just Google it.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe and click on the bell button as to not miss out any content. Contact us here.